In this video, traders, we're going to look at top-down analysis. Stay tuned. Hey traders and investors, a very warm welcome to you. If you're a subscriber, welcome back to the channel. Good to have you back. If you're brand new here, a warm welcome to you also. Okay, so looking at top-down analysis. What is top-down analysis? Two perspectives here, one from the fundamental side, one from the technical side. Let's look at them both. Right, in summary, top-down analysis is, hey, taking a massive, broad overview of everything and then drilling down narrower, narrower, narrower until you're making an investment decision based on fundamentals or a trading decision based on technicals. So look at them both one at a time, but let's start off with the fundamental side of top-down analysis. Kind of the same sort of thing that hedge funds would do. First of all, they're going to look at the global trend. They're going to say, hey, what's the global economy doing? How are we positioned? Where is the boom? Where is the growth? Where are the opportunities? Then they might go down to the next level and say, okay, what's a macro trend within that country? Let's say they've then identified a few countries that are of interest to them. Assuming you're taking it right back. Of course, you could not go as far as global, you could just start off with a country and then drill down from that. But assuming you start off from the top, you might say, okay, well actually there's a trend in the UK for people to be dining out more. There's a trend in China for people to be spending more on luxury foods. Whatever it may be, you get the idea. You start to develop macro trend themes that you want to then investigate further. Then the next step would be to look at a sector. So you might say, okay, I've identified the food sector or the retail sector as a really strong potential boom market or sector. So I'm going to now go even further in that. And then you notice how you deduce that from your top-down analysis. You look at the global, you look at the macro trends and the themes that are occurring within the countries and within the economies and seeing where those trends are going to start or they're just starting to get going. Then you identify the sector, then you go down to the stocks. So you've identified the sector you want to be involved in based on those decisions. Then you have your basket of stocks within that sector and you say, okay, well actually that stock is well positioned because it's got a good cash flow, it's got good assets, it's got good property locations, it's got a good management team, whatever it may be. I'm going to invest in that company. It's got good dividends, got good price to earn, whatever you're using for your fundamental analysis. So that's how you do it from a fundamental perspective. So traders like you and I, retail traders, we use top-down analysis, and this is how we would do it from a technical perspective. We'd first off scan our weekly chart. So we'd say, you know what, we're looking for good, strong, trending stock, good, strong, uptrending stocks. So we scan our weekly charts, give us any stocks that are in an uptrend, discard any of those in a downtrend, discard any of those that are range bound. So now we've got weekly uptrending stocks. Then we go down and look at the daily. Again, we want to find uptrends on the daily. We look at the daily chart. Some of them are still in a range, even though the weekly's uptrending. Some of them aren't looking so good. They get discarded. We're starting to narrow the focus down. Then we move down to say like a 4 hourly or an hourly, depending on what we're doing. And again, with the fundamentals, you know, we could add little layers into each here, but predominantly speaking, this is what we're going to be doing. Down to an hourly or 4 hourly, and we can then, again, what are we looking for? We're looking for a trend. Perhaps on this time frame, we're looking for a downtrend that's going just against the uptrend on the weekly, the uptrend on the daily. So we've got the up, but we're looking for a downtrend on the hourly or 4 hourly because we're going to buy a pullback of the bigger overall theme. For example, that could be our thesis. So we're scanning through the hourlies and we're saying, okay, now we've got a few stocks that are downtrending and they're uptrending on the bigger time frames. Now we move down to the 5 minute. What are we looking for here? We're looking for some kind of accumulation or some kind of support level or some kind of reason to buy it on a short-term basis. So we know now, by the time we get to here, the stock is trending on a weekly, it's trending on a daily, it's pulling back on a secondary trend on an hourly or 4 hourly, and now we're looking for a trigger point on our 5 minute. Just the same as we're doing the fundamentals, are going down the cascade or down the ladder until we get to a point where we have a lot of stocks or a lot of markets. That doesn't necessarily have to be stocks, of course, it could be any kind of market we want to trade that match our conditions all the way from the top right the way to the bottom. So that's top-down analysis, guys. Like I say, broad overview of it. You can have multiple different things in there, and I'm sure that some of the bigger hedge funds have got multiple ways of doing their top-down analysis. But fundamentally, that's what we're doing. Starting from the top, working our way down until we've got a nice little small basket of opportunities that we can pick from that match all our criteria. See you next one, guys. Take care. Keep your risk managed. Bye-bye.